we recording?
We are now recording.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're
It's red.
All right, welcome back to the Insane Asylum.
Well, this
Mark,
is, I guess,
I'm
a
Joe.
bonus episode of the Insane Asylum with Mark and Joe. And
This is a bonus show.
this is actually the topic I was originally going to talk about until he got me going on the coronavirus. Now, the thing is, with the coronavirus, you need a little side of Lyme disease. You know, corona and Lyme.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I think that joke's kind of old by now.
it could be.
Or you've just told it to me one too many times.
I've never told it to you. That's the
Yes,
first
you
time.
have.
No, I have not.
You
That
did
was
once
the first
before.
time.
No, a couple
Nope, that
weeks
was the
ago. I
first time.
swear you did.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah, he's
the
getting
topic
old.
that I was going to talk about is Dulce, New Mexico.
I'm going to see how many times I can make this train derail.
If you notice, whenever you watch the video here, you're going to see right along in here. Oh, look, my hand's all disappearing. Oh, shit. Ah! It's eating my hand. It's like right here. You see this little map right here?
He's
This
sure
is,
having fun with that one, isn't
Dulce.
he?
Okay, this is the area of Dulce. And Joe said whenever he looked this up, he found that it says something there about showing the
Entrance to the
entrance
base.
or
It's
the
marked
alleged
by like a
entrance
little
to the base
yellow.
or whatever, you know?
It's marked by like a little yellow
But
It's right there.
now the thing
bulletin
is
board
with it,
tack. Yeah.
right? Well, the thing is with it. Now this is Dulce is in the northern part of the state of New Mexico, and it's closer to Colorado. It's kind of like a valley-ish area there. It's really pretty. And where, Dulce?
I better
Which
do that
uncle?
before I forget again. You
Uncle
don't want you
Herb.
bitching at me.
Oh, cool. Uncle
Yeah,
Herb,
I don't-
Uncle Herb used to work up
Go up there
in
and
the.
help the unprivileged people to teach them.
Oh, that's cool. Well, see, you're sitting there, and
Used to
you can
teach 'em.
you're a voice in the background, so you can actually talk into the mic too. You know,
Used to teach them for free because they didn't have money.
I think we need another mic stand to put right here.
so we need another mic and a mic stand for her. We're expanding.
I just got a big mouth. I'll talk about
So anyway, but so you're saying that it was more like the Indians, right? They're the
Yeah,
Native
they
Americans that
didn't
were in the
have much
area.
Money, so he taught them
Yeah.
for free.
Because I
He
do
did
believe
understand.
there's a reservation up in that area as well,
Up where?
up by Dulce,
In New Mexico?
New Mexico.
Well,
there's
probably all kinds of
reservations
around that
He did
area.
Look.
on weekends because he lived in Albuquerque, and that's too far
There's
to
there's
drive every day.
reservations in New Mexico. There's reservations in Nevada. There's reservations
If I'm not
in
mistaken.
Arizona. Almost every single one of the states, there's a damn reservation. Okay. So, but anyway, now back to this. Now, it's a pretty area. There's mountainous and valleys and stuff, and it's an area that has a lot of activity for UFOs.
I have a question. On the map that you guys are showing, it has two yellow thumbtacks.
Okay.
One is up by all the buildings that you can see are buildings, but the other one is more out in the corner of the picture.
Okay.
Well, you said
He's the one that looked it up.
You said that the entrance is marked by a bulletin board tag.
Well, that's what it said
but
when
there's
it's
two
bigger.
tags.
Well, one of them, I don't know what.
One of them,
see what the other
you
one
said
was
there's
right
buildings.
The one
Yeah.
that's more
Okay.
towards the center.
The one that has the buildings and stuff is possibly just like a
That's the one.
air base.
Well, that's the one towards the.
And I'm
center.
thinking that it is an air base there as well.
That's wrong.
I got up a Wikipedia page of Dulce, New Mexico, and it actually says, well, let's see, it's it's an Apache reservation. It's the largest community and tribal headquarters of the Jicarilla Apache reservation. So it is a reservation. So your thumbtack with all those buildings is probably the center of the reservation,
Okay.
and then the other thumbtack on the side, I would probably put that as possible, um, a possible the entrance to the alleged base. I say alleged base because no one really knows. It's
Oh, it looks like it's at the side of a mountain or a hill.
it is.
The other
Now,
one, the other. All right, I just found the map, the exact same map because I went to Bing.
right, that would be the reservation here.
This is the entrance.
They're
That's the
saying
one.
that's the entrance.
That's the one that says to the entrance. This one's got a question mark next to it. This one up off to the right, left.
Okay.
So the one that's off the
one that's
little's
off
off to
to
the
the
upper left, that one's got question
Huh?
marks in it. The one that's
There you
almost
go.
kind of upper center of the map,
Yeah.
that's the entrance.
Okay.
All
I
right.
just thought I'd ask because.
Well, I get it. I didn't notice that there was a second one on there because it's just
All right,
when
now
your eyes
Dulce
don't go to
was
that 'cause
founded by the
it's-
Gomez family as a ranching operation, and the original name was Agua Dulce, Spanish for sweet water.
Really?
Well, okay, so I mispronounced it. It would be agua. Agua dulce. So that would mean that dulce is sweet in Spanish because agua obviously is water. So it translates into sweet water. Because of the presence of the natural springs that provided good drinking water for the people and their animals. It was founded in 1877 by Jose Eugenio Gomez and the Jicarilla. God, some of these Spanish words are kind of hard to.
Chicarella.
Jicarilla Apache reservation was established in 1887. So that's just the history of Dulce, without saying anything about the base for it.
There's a different look at this. This is a different aerial photo of the base.
Yeah, so
Check
it's
that.
it's a little more
Oops.
angled. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out
What
how
was
to
that?
zoom in on this fucker.
At the end of the name is
Oh, here we
pronounced as a
go.
Y.
There is no double L at the end of the name.
Okay.
Or is it? Or you're talking about in
Sorry
the
about the Indian trending.
so it would be pronounced Jicarilla? Okay. Jicarilla? I suppose.
There's another view.
I'm looking here, and it gives kind of a census demographics of the area. As of the census as of 2000, there's 2,623 people in 779 households, 595 families who resided there. That would be 202.6 people per square mile. It's actually quite a few people for a square mile. And then it says that there was, and it gives a median household income of 26,000 there. So they're all living pretty much in the poverty level.
Yeah.
So that gives you
They
more of an
said They
idea,
didn't have money, but my uncle used to go up there
Right.
on weekends and he'd
right?
teach them for
So
free.
so that's why he would do that.
Yeah.
Now that's just the Dulce, New Mexico Wikipedia page that I found, just about that. Now the other Wikipedia page is called Dulce Base. This one says Dulce Base is the subject of a conspiracy theory claiming that a jointly operated human and alien underground facility exists under
Yeah, there's some pretty fucking weird
Archuleta
photos looking this up.
Mesa. Yeah, there's some interesting shit there. On the Colorado-New Mexico border near the town of Dulce, New Mexico in the United States, claims of alien activity there first arose from Albuquerque businessman Paul Benowitz. Yeah.
That's
Now there
part of the
is
underground
a
facility there, supposedly.
unless YouTube took it down, I found some videos. I can't remember the guy's name, and it's gonna piss me off
I
now because
think
I
I
can't.
just ran across the front screen of a
So
YouTube video for this.
the guy claims that he worked in the facility. Okay, he would do um, seminars and stuff,
Mhm.
and on his right hand, he was literally missing the his pinky and his ring finger, and in a portion of his his first index
You
finger.
should hear some of the stories my uncle talks about.
And but
I
you know
think
he
that's where
he
it
was
at.
he was
He's
talking. You know
about
he was he would talk about the base, and he claims how he lost his fingers and stuff. That one of the aliens that they had an uprising, and one of the aliens hit him with a weapon that shot like a lightning type um, energy, and it blew his fingers off. And I can't remember the guy's name. It's literally gonna drive me nuts unless he finds it. But this guy, there's reports that he was murdered.
Oh, there's a
Does he
standoff.
do too much?
Because he knew too much and he was talking. And of course, you know the reports. They're going to say that our government did it. Now, Dr. Stephen Greer, he knew the guy, and I know that oh, here he is, right here. This guy. Who is this guy? Phil.
Feels,
Oh, you jackass! You had it up there for me. Over here. What's the guy's name?
Phil Snyder.
Phil Schneider. Yes, that's
He's
it.
got like a
Phil
7-part.
Schneider.
It looks like a 7-part
Yeah.
series on it.
Yeah. He has 17 years experience working in the government black projects, carrying a level 3 security clearance. Formerly as a government geologist and engineer, he worked in the black projects underground bases at Area 51, S4, and Los Alamos. That's another one that's supposedly a joint. Los Alamos is. He co-invented methods used in shaped charge explosives research to facilitate the building of underground military bases as well as submarine bases. Phil is one of only 3 survivors of the now infamous alien-human war
Phil
at
Schneider.
Dulce. Yep.
Schneider, not Snyder.
Okay, Schneider. Anyway,
Where 66 government agents and workers lost their lives in August of 1979.
1979. Now, the thing is, though, if I remember correctly, what he was saying about that is
He's a geologist.
our government actually discovered the aliens were in there, and they went in. Yeah, they went in to investigate, and that's when it all ensued. But anyway, going back to this, uh, let's see. Starting in '79, Benowitz became convinced he was intercepting electronic communications from alien spacecraft and installations outside of Albuquerque. By the 1980s, he believed he had discovered a secret underground base near Dulce populated by gray aliens and humans. The story spread rapidly within the UFO community, and by '87, ufologist John Lear claimed he had independent confirmations of the base's existence. In '88, the tabloid Weekly World News published a story entitled UFO Base Found in New Mexico, which claimed that diabolical invaders from another solar system have set up a secret underground base in the rugged mountains of northern New Mexico,
Whoa.
so they can Shanghai uh, human guinea pigs for bizarre genetic experiments. The Weekly World News story used supposed quotes from ufologist Leonard Stringfield as a source for its claims. Upon learning of the story, Springfield protested, "I never read such a
I
distortion of facts in my life."
I found your story.
My story.
Yeah, the one you were saying that you said that he. All right, Joel Schneider, one of
Okay,
3 people
cool.
to
Thank you.
survive the 1979 firefight between the large grays, U.S. intelligence, and military at the underground base, was found dead January 1996 due to what appears to be an execution-style murder. He was found dead in his apartment. A rubber catheter hole is wrapped 3 times around his neck and half knotted in front, according to sources. It appeared that he repeatedly suffered torture before he was finally killed. 7 months prior to his death, Schneider did a lecture on the forces he discovered at that base in Mexico.
That's what I told you. So, an execution style murder of the guy. That's remnants of military.
And then this brave man's final act should not go unnoticed. A joint alien U.S. military underground base exists, perhaps devoted to genetics. The theories regarding this base sometimes state that alien technology was traded for permission to engage in human and animal mutations. A battle was said to have taken place there between aliens and humans through the time of this alleged encounter varies from the 1970s to the 1980s. Some sources allege that the horrific genetic experiments are conducted in lower levels of the facility, usually at level 6 or 7, depending on the source. These levels are sometimes referred to as Nightmare Hall.
Yep. Oh, and if you look him up on YouTube, you'll find they still have his videos.
This
up
has
there.
got a 7-part series.
Yeah.
It looks like of him lecturing.
And it's an interesting talk that he does. I've actually sat through the whole thing and listened to it, and it was very intriguing. And
this also has got tied into, and I've heard of this one before. I don't know where, but it says, according to the legend, Project Aquarius in 1966 was a plan for investigation of UFOs carried out and funded by the CIA.
Project Aquarius was one of the code names they were using for Project Blue Book at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Project Grudge.
Yeah. Project Blue Book.
And Project Grudge. 1969, when Project
Where did
Grudge
they
and
come up with
Project
these
Blue
names?
Book were closed in 1969, the base was built northwest.
That's just stuff that they came up with. So,
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting story.
It's a very
and
interesting.
This is all found.
Where'd
what
you
I
find
was
this one
reading
at?
here.
Oh,
this is
under
all
his
on,
under his.
Yeah, this was like his first, the
his
first
interview.
video.
Yeah, under his first
Phil Schneider
on YouTube.
DULCE alien confrontation. He talks about the
Dulce.
confrontation.
Yeah, he'll even tell you in his videos. He'll tell you how that's how he lost his fingers.
Yeah, you could see.
And you can see his
little
hands.
clips,
He
it
has
looks
his
like
fingers.
he's like
He's
sitting there going like
no
and showing you.
fingers. He he got nailed with a specific type of weapon that they were using, and it was like a lightning type weapon. It was a gun. It is like a lightning gun. And he said when it hit him, it just basically like blew his fingers.
But he got
up.
silenced for telling the truth.
Yeah,
is what happened there.
Yeah.
By our government.
And if I'm
Probably.
not mistaken, I'm pretty damn sure Dr. Greer knows him or knew him, and they worked together and did interviews and stuff together.
Probably wrote it. article or two together too.
It's possible. No, Dr. Stephen Greer he used to be an emergency room doctor, and he gave that up to become a ufologist. It's funny as hell. He said he's seen too much
You'd be
crap.
surprised how some of these people have actually gotten into this kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
stuff that
Seriously.
are well-renowned experts in
There
the field.
there is just way too much
and what they used to be
unexplained
beforehand.
to sit and say that we are the only intelligent life in this galaxy or in this universe. There's no fucking way.
That's ignorance.
That is complete and total.
Ignorance.
Well, yeah, ignorance and
Well, with how many planets there are in our galaxy, and how many galaxies
Well-
there are, there's got to be other intelligent life.
The possibilities.
well,
are
it's like
endless.
it's like I've told you though. Okay, how is it now? If you listen to the naysayers, they say, "Oh, we don't have the ability to travel to other stars, or we don't have the ability to travel beyond our solar system." But yet, the telescopes, space telescopes, even or the ground-based telescopes we have that are like on top of the mountains in Hawaii, or places where we do have still some darkness of the sky to be able to
Alaska.
use them. We know for a fact that these telescopes are not powerful enough, and we can't even build them powerful enough to see another galaxy or to see another solar system within our galaxy.
No.
We can see other galaxies because they show up as light spectrum, and you can see the swirl and all that. And most galaxies are swirl galaxies, spiral galaxies, like the Milky Way is. The closest one to us is the Pegasus galaxy. But the closest solar system to our solar system, which our solar system is called the Sol system, the closest one to us is the Alpha Centauri, or the Dog Star. Okay, that one's 10 light years away.
That's where he came from.
Now, the thing is with this, just think about this, okay?
That's why he and Joy get along.
The
so
thing
well.
is with this,
They can
is
relate. They're both dogs.
NASA.
He came from the Dog Star.
You know what? Take
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, fuck you. Take it.
I'm sorry. I was
No,
having fun
fuck
with
you.
that one.
Take it.
I was having
It's yours
fun
now.
with that.
I'm trying to explain shit, and he's over here being a jackass. He just pissed me off, so
well,
take it.
excuse
You're
me.
running
I don't
with
know
this
how to
one now.
take it. No. Oh,
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Shut
I was
the
having
fuck
fun.
up!
Excuse me.
Jesus fucking Christ! I try to fucking explain something, and you're being a dick.
I was bored. I was bored.
Whatever. But anyway, NASA has drawings depicting the Alpha Centauri. Okay, and supposedly there are actually 3 planets there that are what would be considered, if you use the terminology from Star Trek, the Class M planet, which is capable of
Sustaining life.
Thank you, sustaining life. So
But they don't know if they're inhabited.
they don't.
They
know
have
if they're-
theories.
They do know they are inhabited, by the way. But they have these drawings, and it depicts it pretty graphically. But yet we allegedly don't have any way of viewing it.
But what are satellites?
We
for?
have no way of supposedly traveling there.
I don't buy
But
that.
yet they have graphical pictures.
Well,
Not pictures, drawings.
Drawings. But still, you got to be able to see something in order to draw it.
there's only
Well,
2 solutions.
That's
to
they're
that.
saying. They're saying this is what they think it is. This is how they think it's supposed
Oh,
to
it's
be.
like
no,
a picture
it's-
in
Now, this is
mind.
also a binary system, by the way. A binary system is a dual
Zeros and
star
ones.
system that the stars rotate around each other, and then the planets rotate around the stars.
It says that this full
Okay, and how
So
would
that-
they know that unless they were like close to even see this.
Well, there's two ways.
Hello.
There's only two ways.
We
You've either
have
got the
interstellar.
technology,
We have interstellar travel ships. We
Or-
do have them. We've had them since the 1980s.
but if people
Like
want to,
Star Trek.
yeah, but if people don't want to
yeah,
believe
so-
in that theory. There's also the theory is that you've got some of those races living among us, and they've kind of given that information out to
That's
some
possible
people.
too.
Think about that one.
So you tell me you're a different species?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying
It's
that.
possible.
Okay,
it's-
now
it's possible
you were
because
gonna say something.
if you look at some of those things, those people that travel like that, when they come here, they're not going to come here not knowing what they're getting themselves into. Not if they've got that kind of technology.
And why haven't they gone home yet?
Because who's gonna make them?
That and plus,
Why would they want to live here?
think about it. They may not be living here. It could
says
be a
that
mission.
He received a beam weapon blast to the chest.
Yeah.
He was a self-taught geologist and a explosives expert.
Yeah, we said that earlier.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did. 'Cause he was
I read
reading
it.
off
I
of
read
that-
it off.
Yeah.
No,
over-
it was over there. It was when it was coming up there. But yeah. I mean, we actually have ships in our orbiting the Earth that are capable of interstellar travel. We've already been to Alpha Centauri. We already know what's there. We were told not to come back.
But see, these people, like I
You
was
got to
saying,
realize, okay, here we are. We are considered an infant race.
Yeah.
By all these other
and what a
races,
better
okay?
way for them to observe us.
The
than to live
reptilians
among
believe us to be infants. The Greys believe us to be
Yeah,
infants.
we're stupid morons.
We're not a threat. We're not a threat.
No, we
That's
are a threat.
not necessarily.
No, we
Not to
are
them.
a threat. No, we are a threat.
We're stupid, but we're a threat.
No,
That's
we
why-
are a
stupid, but
threat.
we're a
That's
threat.
probably one reason why they told us not to come back, because they know we're a threat to their race.
Well, no, we're
The
a threat to their
Nordics-
way of living because most of these
The Nordics
societies
believe us
don't have
to be an
wars
infant
like
race.
we do either on our planet.
true.
Okay, we are a species that kill for pleasure.
Yeah,
Okay,
because of all the wars.
and not only do we kill for pleasure, we create weapons to kill for pleasure. Guns, bombs.
We also create our
Okay.
own hate.
See, we're
Yeah,
a threat
we
to
do.
their planets.
We're
because
a
they don't
threat
want
to
that
ourselves.
to them.
We're a threat to our planet, which we're destroying right
Yeah.
now. And we will be a threat to them. They'll gladly come here and observe
I'm
us.
actually surprised they haven't annihilated us yet.
No, it's part
they're
of
not
their
gonna do it
code.
because
They're
they
not
can.
going to.
They're not going to do it just because they can.
It's too easy.
You know,
We can't take them out, but we can if we
never
found their
watch them
planet
like
or
that.
we became too much of an explorer and started exploring their
if
territory.
we became too much of an explorer
that's why you
race,
get told get the fuck out and don't come back.
yeah,
It's
basically
because
that's it.
you get too many of us there, you're going to disrupt their society, and most societies on those planets, those particular planets, they may be feuding or warring with a neighboring planet or something.
That's a
but on that
possibility as well.
on that particular planet, 9 times out of 10, they're probably very peaceful races
So right now,
amongst themselves,
you gotta
and they
think
don't
about
want
it.
us
You
to
gotta-
disrupt their way of living.
you got to think about it in this aspect as well. Okay, when Carl Sagan was popular, he's an astrophysicist and an astronomer, just like Gracie. Was it Neil?
Tyson.
Neil Tyson Gracie. He took over for Carl Sagan, and he's also an physicist and astronomer. When Carl Sagan was doing all this stuff with his shows and stuff on in the 70s on the universe and stuff like that, at that time he was also involved with the government and knew about certain
Most
things.
of them were back then.
But also at that time, we were a race that we weren't as violent as we are now.
No, back then
We did not have the violent tendencies that we do now.
Well,
Because back then we were still we still remembered what war did to us.
back then America was
Okay.
still kind of bonded because even
Yeah.
though the Vietnam War was going on, you had a lot of peaceful protests
Yeah.
going on here
Yeah.
in the United States.
So
you know,
that's why when NASA sent out the Voyager missions, there was two Voyagers, Voyager 1, Voyager 2. Voyager 1 is the one that had the platinum record on it. And on that platinum record, it had all kinds of audio information. And then there was a plaque that was sent with it as well that had different symbols and stuff on it. And it showed
they called it something like a universal.
well, our true universal language is mathematics.
Yeah, but they called
Because
it
everything in the universe has it
Some from
has a it has a what is that hedron?
I don't know, but they called that
It's
record
something
like a
hedron.
universal
It's a
message of some sort, and they had a name for it.
everything can be broken down into a mathematical equation. Okay, and so mathematics is considered the language of our universe.
Well, the simplest form is zeros and ones.
Well, binary. That's binary. So, anyway, the plaque that was sent on the Voyager, it showed it had a humanoid figure, and it showed a representation of our solar system, and the third planet from the sun was highlighted mostly by you had the little dots for the planets, and the one that was the third from the sun was actually more up higher and prominent than the others, to indicate that hey, this is us, this is where we are, this is where this came from, this is this is our solar system, and then it showed the disc, or the dish that we've been, the radioscope dish that we've been using. It's down in the jungles of Brazil. That one was actually featured in the movie Contact.
Yeah, they use it to transmit.
And they use that to receive and transmit, and everything else.
Hopefully.
Now, we have had some weird signals come through. SETI search for, SETI is the search for an extraterrestrial intelligence.
They even showed something like that dish back in Starman movie, the old Starman.
Yeah,
movie.
I believe they did.
Because they were sitting there in like a naval base listening.
So anyway, that's one aspect of some of it. And so now, allegedly, not too long ago, we supposedly got a response to that, and right next to one of the radioscope, the scope dish in I can't remember exactly where this was at, but it was right. No, they got it deciphered. Right next to a radioscope dish, there's a field, like a wheat field or whatever. There appeared a symbol, and if you look, you can find it. There appeared a symbol
where
that looked almost identical to our plaque, only this was a different solar system on there. There was 3 planets that were predominant, stating that they occupied these 3 planets, and the DNA sequence it was like a quad helix instead of a double helix.
Helix.
Or helix. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
What am I looking up?
Just look up response to Voyager 1 and see if it comes up.
Greece.
So anyway, And the figure on it.
Response to Voyager Golden Record.
Yep, there you go. And then you should find some pictures and stuff. So the figure that was represented on it looked like looked like what we would call the gray, a short, one of the short grays. So
Here's a video where they decoded NASA's message to aliens by hand on YouTube.
but now we also had another what would be considered a crop circle that would have been similar to our golden record or platinum record that we sent on Voyager, and it was circular shape and viewed at a particular angle.
Well, there it is right there.
Yeah, that's our record. But viewed at a particular angle, there was the face of which looked like a gray, and then there's different. It looks like um, um,
This was in September of
like
1977.
like one of those auto player, like an auto player piano thing with the where it's got the holes and rise in the hose and rise in the hole, like or a music box, ding 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 type thing. It's circular, and when they take that and they start going and figuring it out, it's more like a binary. And when they started deciphering it, it was a response. And somewhere on the internet is that response. It actually tells you what it was because somebody got their hands on that and they actually deciphered it using the binary
Is that
code.
that guy you were talking about?
No, it wasn't Phil.
Oh.
Wasn't him.
Yeah, I'm not finding
somebody
it.
else.
It's all going about the people that have deciphered our message to the aliens
No.
and put it up there.
Let's see if I can find it.
But yeah, they've talked about that for years. Though when it happened, it was part of that whole golden record thing was part of the Starman movie. Because you kind of saw them like sending it up into space or something.
I think I might have found it.
That just explains the record of the deciphering. I wish the internet would, when you search something, they would do it right.
Aliens reply to Voyager's message. In 2001, we got an answer in the form of a crop circle.
In the form of a crop circle.
Yep. That's what I found just now. So.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that one some more.
Because crop circles are things that a lot of people see.
Yeah, they say, there's been a lot of them that this is why there's a lot of controversy behind crop circles, because there have been a lot of hoaxes where they've been man-made, and that's been proven.
Check it out.
But then there's the ones that can't
Right there.
be proven.
Right there.
That's pretty fucking complex.
This is the one I was telling you about.
That's pretty fucking complex.
That's the one I was told you about.
And it's not round. It's kind of set up like a rectangular type shape.
Yeah,
all kinds
it's not.
of,
This one's not round. This is the rectangular shaped one.
kind of
And then
all-
it shows this is the how they would communicate with us because of the dish. Here's their planetary system. That's what they would look like, and here's their DNA sequence
like,
and
yeah, but to me and you and somebody that doesn't know this stuff, boy, it just looks like a lot of fucked up patterns. You know, I mean, yeah, they're pretty
Oh, yeah.
sophisticated type patterns.
and unfortunately nobody else can see it because
Right.
it's over here. But
we'll have to figure out how to do that.
We'll-
so when
we'll
we
figure
pull
out
stuff up on
how to
here,
get
we can
this
pull
on
it
here.
off the laptop on there.
And actually,
I'll have to get Molly to teach us that one because they do that. They pull up Tom's laptop all the time.
okay, here. This is what we sent them. That says core principles of our math and science.
Yeah, but that
God
was.
damn it, she is good.
But that's just a
And then
digital
DNA
transmission, if you
code,
notice. That's
human
not the
figure.
record.
Yeah, this is ours. No, this is ours. This
Right,
is that
our-
plaque I was telling you
Right,
about.
it's our digital
then NASA
transmission to
antenna.
them.
No, this is ours. The one you just found here.
Oh.
This is ours. Same
Right.
Same one.
Yeah, that's our digital transmission because they
Yeah.
didn't send this golden disc until '77, and that was sent in '74.
Yeah, this was 74. This is a
to satellites.
yeah. This was transmitted.
So it was like 3
So
years. our
I was
time,
wrong
and
about
finally get a response.
the plaque. So this was transmitted through that dish, and in fact, I think that's indicating that
That
dish,
satellite dish, yeah,
in,
that big
in
one.
Brazil.
Right.
So it was like 3 years, 74 to 77.
Yeah, it was 3
Yeah,
years
they were-
prior to the Voyager.
Our time, anyway.
But see, and then that's where, like I said, that I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a really older movie, like right around shortly after this time.
And then the
77.
response, they gave similar mathematics, and then they show a different, a more condensed and complex DNA.
Well, if you think about it,
And
if
that
they actually
they
got a
have-
response, would they actually
I'm gonna have to-
And then they have here they
would
show
never be
3
like-
planets in their system that they're occupying, and one of them's extremely predominant, so
Right.
that must be the home planet.
Right.
And then their version of the dish that they
Isn't that something that would be
transmitted to us.
But
classified?
wouldn't that be?
if the
I got to go back and watch that movie now
actual
because
response-
talking
one?
about this, I think a lot of this was in the
And see here,
Starman movie.
Here we
where
got this
they
together.
were
here.
sending the disc and all of that up. I think that was all in like the beginning of the Starman movie, before he got discovered or before he came to.
Could have been. And see, there's the dish in the background. That's one of the dishes. This is the crop design, and this is the NASA message.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if I can turn this
If
around.
there was a true response from the aliens, wouldn't they be classified? Would probably wouldn't be in.
No,
Can you see it?
they've been declassifying a lot of this stuff, but see, just like with everything else, just like everything else with the government, things leak out.
Well, what we're doing here, I'm trying to get the light off of it enough because this one here on this side is the response to this one, and this was the NASA's transmission out. And I believe this is our radioscope dish out of Brazil, what that indicates, and then this is what they're indicating that they transmitted to us with. So, how about that? Can you see that?
And that was just, and think about it, that was in 1974.
Okay. Now this is all right. Fine, whatever. So this was 1974 that NASA sent this one.
Yeah.
And this is 2001 that we got the response back. And it,
Our time.
so,
It's a
and
short time for them, but
You don't know.
it's a long time for us. I mean, I don't know.
but we're gonna work on trying to be able to show some of these over there when we're doing
Yeah.
our thing. In fact, I might just get a since I'll be getting a new fun toy, I'll get one that I can actually hook a monitor to, and we'll set a monitor up here. I've got those extra monitors. I'll just get another fucking set it up,
Flat
and then
screen that
and
used
then
to
we
on my
might be able
desk.
to show video on that as well.
I got it.
So-
I got one better. You just,
Sorry, I got mad at you a while ago, but you did kind of
I
irritate
got
me.
one even better. I got a better
Damn it.
idea. I got a better idea for this. Hold on. I got a better idea. What do we got sitting right here?
You got your TV.
Why can't we just run an HDMI thing into that, and then
Well, I'm
just
not
move
saying
to
we couldn't.
have a camera, one of those cameras, constantly pointing at it,
Well, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
she can just bring it up when we're ready, and with just a push of a button.
Well, yeah, because we don't we have another tripod that we can use?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, then we can just set up a tripod with one of those cameras on it
Right.
to point
Because
to
both
there.
those
and
cameras
we'll
that are
get that all
kind
situated.
of sitting on the monitor there, they're both plugged in.
Yeah.
And they're both hooked up so that you can pick them on the XSplit there. Either one of them.
That's fine. It works. That would work great, and then we'd be able to actually show a little bit more. See, we're learning.
Hey,
And you figured it out without Molly.
well, that and we didn't have to bring in a different monitor and have it sitting right here in the middle.
No, that's all right. I just know that
I mean, that would work too.
They quit
'Cause we've
talking
done that
crap to
before.
each other, they could actually think straight.
yeah, bite me.
I try to do that, but he can never think straight.
No, I've always got lesbian thoughts in my head.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord, that's a whole different show.
That is. It is a whole different show. Girl on Girl is like my favorite kind of show. I mean, when you've seen that shit up close and personal and live,
All right. Well, I think we're.
we better not.
I think
take
we're.
this.
I think we're kind of done
We're
with this
done.
one. So, well, that's our extra show, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and stuff. Possible base there in Dulce, New Mexico. That's just one of several that conspiracy theories are pointing at. So,
And don't forget to like us on Facebook, share us, and subscribe on YouTube. And keep watching because we are about to go to some new places this year.
we're gonna have
Season
some fun
2,
this year.
Season 2 is going to be a lot more fun.
We're
Now
trying
that we
to
got all
situate-
the quirks and kinks worked out.
Oh, we still got
we've got
quirks
some,
and kinks to work out.
and we've got some new toys to
Doesn't
play.
mention that Joe and Margaret kinky. It's just a whole different thing.
Now watch it. We
So-
said we weren't going to go X-rated. Get your
No,
mind out of the
no
fucking
X-rated.
gutter.
I wasn't
But
being
anyway, we
X-rated.
got-
You're the X-rated one.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Yeah,
This has been Utterly
I
Insane
lost what I was
Productions,
gonna
Insane
say.
Asylum.
You remember you can find us on where
Everywhere you can
pretty
find a
much
podcast.
where you find a podcast, you can find us.
We're on iHeartRadio now.
Yes. Yeah, I broke the news to him, and he
That was
called
last
me an
week.
asshole
Yeah.
because
You
I
are
knew
an
about it
asshole.
like 2-3 days before he did, and I actually thought he knew before I did. So. But yeah, we're on iHeart, we're on Spotify, we're on
Radio.com.
Radio.com, we're on
Pandora.
Pandora, we're
everywhere you can find
um,
Anywhere you can find a
the
podcast.
Apple, whatever.
iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes. Thank you. We're on that as well. So if you find a podcast, you can most likely
We're
find us.
everywhere. You can't escape.
Yeah, you can't
So,
escape this. insane
Unfortunately, you can't escape our insane
asylum. You
asylum.
can't
Once
escape
you're
the
in,
insane
you're in.
asylum. That's it.
That's all there is to it.
We get addicting.
All right. Well,
after a
thanks
while.
again. You guys have fun, and always remember, there's plenty of unexplained, and keep your eyes in the sky. You never know what you might actually see.
And keep an open mind.
And if you see it, videotape it.
Yes.
Or we'll go videotape it.
Somebody,